the women that were coming through, some of the women that were coming in, what were you seeing?
They were shot so many times in the head that in many cases it was like there was a purposeful obliteration of women's faces. We also saw women came in not very dressed, and they had often very bloody clothing, if they had any clothing, they had very bloody underwear. Women were shot. Our team has seen women shot in the crotch, in the genitals. Women were shot in the breast.
You saw this?
Our team saw this, yes, yes. Women had legs cut off. There was a lot of, it seemed like there was a systematic genital mutilation of women in the women we saw. Sometimes we were told to run, and part of what we did was accompany these women. That was part of our purpose, and we never wanted to leave them alone. But they told everyone who was working on the base, you have to get out. There's a danger. And what was it? People were coming in booby-trapped, and sappers had to come in and clear the situation so that we could go back in.
I mean, the things you're describing, totally horrific. You've said you're not a forensics expert, but you were witnessing some of these horrors against the women that were coming in. What were the forensics experts saying? Were they asking you to collect the sort of the clothing and some of the body parts? I mean, what was the kind of exchange of information that you had with the forensics team?
So the purpose of our unit was actually more a Jewish religious role. We were in the examination room because we were there to accompany these women. We often opened body bags. We washed jewelry of blood to give back to families of the deceased. I remember one woman had her arm and her leg were broken in so many places that it was like handling marbles or sand. And at a certain point we said, we'll just put a white sheet on top of her. In the examination room, we did not do there were experts in that room. We were there to accompany the people. But then we moved to a separate room that was more for us. It was a preparation for burial room. And in there, it was just our team, women, dealing with women. And it was a different atmosphere. It was less rushed. We are not forensics experts, but we felt very strongly that we wanted to give these poor women some respect that they didn't get when they were horribly murdered and mutilated and disfigured. And it was our job to honor them. They could have been our daughters. They were the same ages as our children. And we figured we probably would be the last people to ever see them. So just for a moment, we loved them.